What is going on, everybody? It's Hayes Carlson here with Bob Hurley RV in Oklahoma City, and today I am super excited to be showing you guys this Integra Coach Esteem. Now, we are going through Integra's Class C lineup, and this is their flagship model. Very excited to be showing this to you guys. Now, this is the 27U floor plan. However, they do have other floor plans available. So if this isn't the right one for you, but you're liking everything else that you see, we've got other stuff too. Be sure to stick around. Now, before we get too terribly deep into our tour of this beautiful Esteem, let's talk about a couple of things that you can't see. First, let's talk about this 2+3 warranty. Now, most manufacturers of Class C RVs, just like this one, will give you a 1-year limited warranty. And that's going to cover most of your items besides wearables, right? So you buy it, you take it out camping or having a great time, you winterize it, and then the next camping season comes around and you're already out of your factory warranty. Whereas with Integra, they give you a 2-year limited warranty that they are very, very proud of. So they also give you a 3-year structural warranty, where a lot of other manufacturers only give you 2. Another thing that you can't quite see from the outside is Integra's cat strap. I'm sure you're asking yourself, what in the world is that? We know nowadays people are hungry and will do crazy things for a little bit of money, like steal these catalytic converters. And if you see that orange strap right there, that is your cat strap, and makes it extremely difficult to cut through, so you won't have to worry about your catalytic converter being stolen out of storage, from your house, or even at the dealer's lot. One other item that Integra is super proud of is their Easy Drive Elite system. The Easy Drive Elite system has a lot that goes into it that should be very important to you as the end user. That's going to include a lot of things like the FSD shocks that have frequency selective dampeners that are on this unit. So whenever you're going to take that roundabout turn, or if you're going on some uncharted roads and hit a pothole, you're going to feel it a lot less with those frequency selective dampener shocks. Now, you also have Hellwig helper springs that are over on the rear axle. That's going to also help you be able to use the full towing capacity of this E450. So you're also going to have computer balanced drive shafts that eliminate a ton of white noise whenever you're going down the road. You're also going to have rubber isolation mounts going up and down the frame that do come factory from Ford, that a lot of other manufacturers will just take out and toss to the side. Now, speaking of coming from the factory, this does have a 1-inch rear stabilizer bar directly from Ford. However, Integra is all about going above and beyond, and they install a 1.5-inch stabilizer bar in the back that eliminates your side-to-side rocking by over 60%. Really good stuff that is going to make this one of the quietest and best riding coaches in this Class C market. Like we said just a moment ago, this is on a 2025 Ford E450 chassis, and that is powered by their 7.3-liter gasoline engine. This makes 325 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. Now, while we're up here, one other thing that Integra is extremely proud of is their one-piece fiberglass front cap. Now, if you're familiar with Class Cs, or if you've owned one in the past, this seam right here is a notorious leaking spot for water intrusion. Now, again, Integra is super big on protecting your investment, and they cover that seam directly from the factory. No seam there, no water intrusion. All about protecting your investment. And now, speaking of this front cap, you also have this huge panoramic window. Now, whenever they install that panoramic window, they use the exact same process that Ford uses on their actual windshield. So that is going to tolerate a little bit of rocking and movement, as well as extend the lifetime of this window and not letting in any water intrusion, because you can see there is no seam there. Really good stuff that we love to see on the front cap. A couple of other items that really make the Esteem their flagship model would be their chrome wheels. You also have chrome rear view mirrors, as well as fiberglass side steps and fiberglass wings. Now these are going to make it look just a little bit nicer, as well as help a tad bit with your fuel economy. And these side steps do have that grip tape substance there, making it super easy to get in and out of the coach. Now you also will have 2 side view cameras that are on both sides of the coach, as well as a rear view mirror camera. That way, whenever you're going down the road or you're backing up into your camping spot, you can do that with confidence. The Integra Esteem does come directly from the factory with partial body paint, or you can option for full body paint. Now in this unit, we did option for a full paint, and this is the Oxford colorway. There are some other options available on their website, so if this doesn't float your boat, I'm sure they have something that will. Continuing our tour on this 27U Esteem, this does have an outdoor entertainment system with a 32-inch smart TV that can stream things like Netflix, Prime Video, or even your favorite Hayes Carlson at Bob Hurley RV video tours. Now, you'll also notice the JBL premium audio sound, and that is on the inside as well as the outside. Now, whenever someone purchases an Integra product, they will ask a review, and one thing that a lot of their customers said was they wanted to use name brand products, so they brought in JBL on the outside as well as the inside, really listening to their clients. Couple of storage bins here. Now this has a Rotoflex line storage bin, so super easy to clean, very, very durable. Here is your propane station. Now this is a 12-gallon tank that roughly comes out to about a touch over 40 pounds of liquid propane. Moving from that, you have a 6-gallon gas and electric hot water heater with rapid recovery mode. Now what this rapid recovery mode does is you can either run off of your liquid propane, your shore power, or your generator, right? And it can switch between all 3 of those, and it replenishes itself 3 times an hour, giving you 18 gallons worth of super hot water whenever you're out camping. There's another one of our JBL premium audio speakers and our 30,000 BTU furnace in this model. Here's another look at another storage bin. You do have a LP quick connect, so you can plug in your own grill and cook some food for the fam, and one more storage compartment there. Now you'll also notice the full length awning that this unit has, and it also does have an LED light right up there at the top, so you can be sure to light up the night sky at your campsite and have a beautiful time hanging outside. Another thing that the Esteem comes directly from the factory with is these frameless windows. And man, they look so good. Couple of things about these windows. A, they look great, man. Look at that. That just looks awesome. And B, they also hide the seam. You really can't see any of the seam here, so it's not going to be getting damaged by the sun's UV rays, and it's going to protect your investment from water intrusion. Moving to the rear of this Esteem coach, you'll notice your 2 taillights, your big fat bumper, hitch receiver, and 7-way plug there. And then moving up to the top, there is your backup camera and your brake lights mounted at the top too. And I'll tell you why that's important. This unit does have the capability to tow 7,500 pounds with a 750-pound tongue weight. And whenever you're towing a trailer, sometimes these taillights can get obstructed. So you want to give people behind you ample opportunity to come to a stop. And that's why these third brake lights are so important. Let's hop up on the roof and we'll talk about some other stuff that's going on up there. All right, and now we're up on the roof, and from the factory, this isn't an option, Integra already installs this 200-watt solar panel here, and that does a couple of different things. It comes with a dual controller, and that will split that charge between your house batteries and your chassis batteries on this unit. So it's going to keep both of those trickle charged from the solar panel. It's going to extend the battery life of all of your batteries, and you also get a second house battery with this solar. Great job, Integra. We are still up here on the roof, and one option that Integra does give the Esteem is your air conditioners. Now, you can either go with one 15,000 BTU air conditioner with a heat pump, or you can option two 13.5 BTU ACs like we've done here. Now, another factory option that you have is going to be the WineGuard Connect 2.0, and this is a Wi-Fi extender as well as a 4G LTE hotspot. Now, whenever you go to park at your camping spot and you're a little bit of ways away from where the Wi-Fi is, this will grab that signal and extend it straight here to the RV. You can also pay a monthly subscription to WineGuard to get that 4G LTE hotspot. Definitely not something that you have to do, but you do have that option. Now, since we're already up here, one other thing I want to point out to you is the radius on the roof. So whenever you have some snowfall or rain or anything like that, it's not going to collect and keep up here on the roof. It'll fall right down. Since we're already up here on the roof, let's go ahead and chat for a moment about the roof itself, as well as the floors and the wall of Integra's coaches. They have their own in-house lamination department that is temperature and humidity controlled, making it super consistent every single time. Now, this fiberglass one-piece roof is not weight rated, so just like you've seen me do, we can walk all the way around this bad boy. And their walls, as well as the floor and this roof, go into their lamination station where they will put 144 pounds per square inch in their vacuum chamber on the roof, the walls, and the floor, making sure that you're not going to have any water intrusion, and it's going to be super consistent every single time. All right, back on the ground. Now let's take a moment and talk about the towing capacity of this guy. So most trailers can follow the 10% rule. So if your trailer has a 7,000 pound GVWR, that means that the tongue weight is going to be roughly 700 pounds. Now, with a lot of these other manufacturers, they have to extend out the frame of these depending on what the size of the floor plan is. Now, other manufacturers will just stick a piece of plate steel on the back that really diminishes the towing capacity of this unit. Yes, it may be rated for 7,500 pounds worth of towing, but if you only have a 500 pound tongue weight, it's really not going to do you any good. Whereas with Integra, they use the same OEM style frame rails and bring it all the way back, giving you a 750 pound tongue weight and utilizing all of this E450's 7,500 pound towing capacity. Good stuff. Moving to the other side of this coach, your first compartment is your water control station, and that's equipped with an outdoor shower, your water pump, as well as a diagram for these knobs, and you'll fix these however you need to, depending on where you're at. If you're filling up, if you're using city fixtures, or if you're just sanitizing or winterizing. There's your city water connection, as well as your black tank flush. Moving over, another storage capacity here with your low point drains right over there in the back. Here is your dump site for both your gray and black holding tanks right below this huge storage container. Now again, these are Rotoflex storage containers, super easy to clean, extremely durable. Here is your gas cap, another look at those shiny chrome rims, and another storage compartment with that same Rotoflex material. Here is your shoreline, couple of outlets, as well as your coax cable inlet, and that is right next to your RVMP Flex Power 4000i generator. This guy does a great job of powering this entire unit and is tried and true. Now, another thing I want to point out to you guys that comes directly from the manufacturer are these slide toppers. So whenever you're camping out in the wilderness, one thing that is very detrimental to the slides of your RV, travel trailer, or fifth wheels included is going to be whenever you have the slides out, you're parked underneath a tree, a pine cone, leaves, different debris from the tree falls on top of the slide, and whenever you go to bring it back in, it will rip that rubber seal, and that gets expensive whenever you go to fix it. Instead, they put on these slide toppers that you guys will see in just a moment. Keeps the tops of your slide nice and covered, so you don't got to worry about any pine needles, pine cones, leaves, nothing like that. Now we are going to get this bad boy all set up, pull the slides out, get our awning out, and turn on all the lights and give you guys a great tour of the inside. Stick around. Now that we have got this bad boy opened up, let's go ahead and go inside and show you what you're really here for. Absolutely beautiful. Entegra has done a phenomenal job with the interior of their Esteem. Super cool stuff. Before we get too terribly deep, let's start at the front and work our way back. Now, you heard me say this earlier, but one thing that Entegra is super proud of is using their name brand products, just like their clients ask them in that review after they purchase. So one thing that they have done is they have partnered up with Sony in this beautiful head unit here. Now, this has wireless Android Auto as well as wireless Apple CarPlay. There's a ton of stuff that this guy can do. You can really customize the sound. This also will activate your rear view camera and your side view camera. This also does have an anti-glare coating on there, so it's not going to give near as much of a glare as others, and this can also be tilted and moved around. Super customizable, and you do have that built-in navigation whenever you use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Really good stuff. Other than that Sony head unit, it's really stock up here in the front, just like you would see from the dealership if you went and purchased a new E450. However, the only other thing is you do have an auxiliary switch right there, your auxiliary start. Other than that, pretty stock from Ford. Let's take just a moment and talk about this over-the-cab bunk. First off, you do have this net, so whenever you have this piece down and you're using this for storage, throw this net up and it's not going to let any of your stuff fall back and further into the coach. Really love this. Now let's get this thing out of here and look closer at the bunk. Just like that, it's gone. Here is the over-the-cab bunk. Now this piece does come down to right here. Now one thing that Entegra is extremely proud of, as well as they should be, this has a 750-pound weight capacity. Most other manufacturers are only going to have about a 400, maybe 450 weight capacity. They go above and beyond and give you 750 pounds. Over on this side, we've got a couple of cubbies, a little bit of netting there, and a cup holder. Moving to this beautiful panoramic windshield. How gorgeous is that? Now again, just like we said on the outside, this is installed exactly the same way that Ford installs their own windshields. Super reliable, tons of life and longevity out of that. And over on this side, we've got a cup holder, couple of USB ports, as well as some other plug-ins. Moving to our 32-inch smart TV. Again, this is equipped for streaming, so you can stream Netflix, Prime Video, or your favorite Hayes Carlson at Bob Hurley RV Tour videos. Now again, they really want to use name brand products, so they have partnered with JBL. Now this will cast the audio from the TV, and you can use your Bluetooth to connect to that and put out some camping jams. There's our light for our over-the-cab bunk, as well as our awning. That shade to take down the panoramic window. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's take a moment and talk about this legless dinette. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why am I even mentioning this dinette? Just about every RV out there has one, but this one is special for a couple of reasons. First off, you have seat belts in every possible seating position in this RV, meaning you've got 2 up front, you have 2 in the rear-facing dinette, which is not something that you're required to do. Did you know that most RV manufacturers won't even put seat belts in the rear-facing portion of their coach? Because they don't have to. Whereas Integra really wants to protect your investment and protect your family by giving you those 2 extra seatbelt positions, which is great. You've got 2 in the bench where I'm sitting, as well as 2 in the optional theater seating. Now, the cool part about these, if you see this little black piece right here, that is for a car seat or a booster seat. So you can still take the little ones with you and not have to worry about their safety, which is super important. Let's take a second and flip this dinette over into a sleeper. Now, another thing that I want you guys to notice is what I'm doing right now. Clicking it because the optional theater seating in this unit does have seat belts for both positions, and the theater seats do recline. You've also got a USB port right there, a couple of cup holders, and down here you've got all of your remotes for your TVs. I'm getting super comfy and I'm about to take a nap. One more thing I want to point out are these MCD blackout shades that you have on all of the windows. Do a great job of blocking out the sun. Now you also have 2 plug-ins on both sides of the overhead storage next to those LED lights, and these beautiful cabinets. I love the cabinetry on this model. Super nice, really small styles here, so whenever these are shut, you hardly see any of that gap, giving you a super residential feel, and there is no divider between, so you can fit larger items in that overhead storage. You do have another cabinet right above the doorway. And then moving over this way, you've got your fire extinguisher. This is for your self-leveling. There's your battery disconnect, and this is for your power step. Let's talk about this gorgeous kitchen. One touch that I really love is the LED strips that go over your underneath the counters as well as above the slides. It really makes this coach feel even bigger and roomier than it already is. You've got this guy here to give you a little bit more counter space, as well as brushed stainless steel hardware. You'll have that in the kitchen as well as in the bathrooms. You do have a dual sink here with that same brushed stainless steel. Now, a super cool feature that I love about this Esteem is this guy right back here. So this, first off, is a wireless phone charger, which is always great, but whenever you push this guy up and it pops up, we'll bring it up and out, and you've got 2 more plugins there, as well as a USB and USB-C just below that. Tons of room in the cabinets, keeping that same brushed stainless steel on all the hardware. Here is your residential sized microwave. Do a great job of popping some popcorn. And then you have your Furrion 3-burner gas stove. This guy pops up and makes a great backsplash, or whenever you're not using the stove, it gives you that much more counter space. There's a look at your oven. And then we've got a couple more drawers here. Now, these drawers are on roller bearings, so nice and smooth, and they do lock back in place. So you're not going to have any cabinets opening whenever you are driving down the road in this coach. Moving right along, let's talk about this, your power control system. This power control system right here does some really cool stuff that you need to know about. Now, since this unit is optioned with 2 13.5 BTU AC units, and this is a 30 amp unit, We really want to avoid blowing breakers as much as possible, and that's exactly what this power control system does. So whenever you go to initially start up that AC, it's only going to turn on one at a time, right? So it'll turn on the front AC. Once that initial power surge is over, then it will fire up the second AC, because this, again, is only a 30 amp unit. Now, let's say you've got both of the ACs running. It's a beautiful Saturday night, you're out camping with the family, and you guys want to watch a movie and have some popcorn. So you'll go over to the microwave and slide your popcorn in and hit start. Whenever you do that, the rear AC will shut off. It knows that it needs to bring the power over to the microwave. Rear AC shuts down. You pop your popcorn, and whenever that is done, about 30 seconds or so afterwards, the power control system goes back into action and fires up that second AC unit, making sure that you're getting the most use possible out of this 30 amp unit. Now, right above it, you have this BM Pro system. Now, this is going to control everything about this coach. Everything from the climate to the lights, all of your different motors, all of your tank levels, all of your slides and awnings. There is your temperature section there. We can dim any of the lights if we want, like since we're in the kitchen. We can dim these down, or we can turn all of the lights on and off. Your awning there. You do have a couple of sensor options, as well as your battery and fuel control center. It even gives the solar history, which is super cool. You've got all of your solar information as well as your inverter, and then you can also control your fans. So super interactive system here. Now, this is based on an Android tablet, and whenever you go to power up this unit, it takes just a minute or so for this guy to turn on, and that's why they have this bottom section here. So while this is thinking of turning on, we can go down here and control the awning in A1. We can control the first slide and the second slide, as well as the lights. So really cool system here. Love to see that. Moving over to the other side, we will have your Furrion 12-volt refrigerator. Now, this guy is huge and is way more efficient than using a gas electric refrigerator. This is a 10 cubic foot refrigerator, tried and true Furrion product. And over next to that, you've got a good bit of pantry storage, as well as another storage compartment right there. Absolutely beautiful. And all of these cabinets do lock back in place, so they won't be opening and messing around whenever you're driving this coach down the road. Let's move to the bedroom. Now, the bedroom of this coach is equipped with a pocket door. So once we flip that latch and move this guy back, there it is. And we've got this guy right here to secure it whenever you're going down the road. Perfect. Now, all of that is good to go. Here is a look at our bedroom. Now, this is a king-size bed, which is not too terribly common in these Class C motorhomes. And again, this whole bed is on a slide. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how is that on a slide when you only have that much room? And that is because you flip this guy up, and there we go. And underneath, we have our breaker box, a couple of outlets there, and some storage on the outside underneath this guy. Let's go ahead and bring this mattress back. Bring our covers back here too. Beautiful. Now over here on this side, again, really love those MCD blackout shades. And right over here, you have another wireless phone charger, as well as a USB port that is right there as well. I want to bring your attention to these reading lights. Now, both of these are different colors. You have a blue reading light as well as a regular light. Now we can turn those off, on to blue, or back to our warm tone. Above the bed, we've got some beautiful storage. And again, this is all pass through, so we don't have to worry about being able to fit your larger items. And again, I love these smaller styles. This really gives this Class C coach a super residential feel. Over on the other side of the bed, we've got another one of those wireless phone chargers and USB ports there. Now this floor plan has a ton of storage. Right behind these mirrors, all kinds of storage with the adjustable shelving and a rack up top so you can fit those hanging clothes if you'd like. Tons and tons of room. And just underneath those guys, we've got a few different drawers. Those guys do, again, lock back into place. There we are. Now, let's go over to this side. Another mirror there. We've got tons of mirrors in this guy. Back behind here, you have a ladder, as well as another clothes rack there up top. Tons and tons of space to fit your hanging or your folded clothes. Good sized drawers. Love to see it. And then we will move on to the bathroom. Now, another thing I want you to notice, we still have that stainless brushed steel in all of our hardware, including the bathroom. Now, this guy is equipped with a porcelain foot flush toilet. We also have our light and water pump controls right there, as well as a toilet roll holder. Man, you'd be surprised how uncommon that is. Moving to the bathroom, inside of this medicine cabinet, we've got a good bit of storage. There is our exhaust fan up there at the top. Stainless steel brushed fixtures. That pink stuff down there is winterized fluid. That is antifreeze. So this unit is currently winterized, just so you're aware. There's a great place to put your toothbrushes and some storage underneath the sink. Love to see it. Let's hop in the shower and give it the shower test. All right, here we go. Hopping into the shower. There we go. Okay, so we are in here. Now, again, if you guys don't know, I am 6'5". I know the majority of you guys are not as freakishly tall as I am, and that's okay, because I want to give you a perspective from me as well, especially if I do have any other tall guys out there. So, tall guys, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how many tall guys are watching these videos. Now, up here, I do have room for my head. This bar is getting in the way just a little bit. However, that is something that we can remove. And then I do have some space up here in the skylight. I really love these fixtures. That brushed stainless steel looks so good, as well as the tile here in the bathroom. Really good looking stuff. Let's go back outside. Let's get this thing buttoned backed up and parked where it needs to go. And we'll talk just a tad bit more about it. Stick around. Yahoo! And that wraps up our tour of this beautiful 2025 Integra Coach Esteem. I really did enjoy this, and I hope that you guys did too. If you did, go ahead and drop me a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it if you haven't already, for the coolest motorhome, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy hauler videos out there. If I had to pick a couple of my favorite parts about this unit, I would say that the full body paint is killer. I really love the side steps that they have over there too. And if you notice, on all of these exterior storage doors, they have a latch. They are super big and beefy. Really love and appreciate that, as well as the Easy Drive Elite system, making this one of the best handling and quietest Class C coaches on the market. And if this is something that you are interested in, I will have a link to our website where we have this exact unit posted, as well as a link to Integra's website where you can learn more about this, as well as their other floor plans. We will have some other floor plans available, so if you are interested, be sure to give me a call. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.